Hey guys, welcome back to another video where I go through the lead indicator software to help you guys, learn the platform a little bit, some of its basic functionality to help you guys get started with whatever you guys signed up for. Um, Up until this point, you should have already connected your Go High Level account, or lead indicator account, whatever you want to use. And if I'm not mistaken, last video I walked through kind of each tab and went through a general synopsis of what each functionality does. And luckily for you guys, today we're going to be diving into kind of examples of each one so that you guys can use this for the future. Today we're going to be looking at the knowledge base. Arguably, one of the most important parts about setting up the bot is making sure it has a robust knowledge base. Just a little bit of a note on the knowledge base before we get into it. Our AI is trained on the OpenAI LLM, so it's extremely smart already on anything that's industry specific. So to give an example, today we're going to be using a concrete company, just to walk through and kind of see how I would build out a knowledge base. But it already has information. It knows what concrete foundation repair is. It knows how to set concrete. It knows how long it takes to set concrete. It knows the different formulas for concrete. The only thing the knowledge base is really used for is for company specific information. So a little example for this would be like, what services does your specific company offer? What hours is your company open? How much do you generally cost? Do you have a fee to go out and see estimates? Is there a rescheduling fee, etc., etc.? So if you guys want to direct over to the left-hand navigatable menu, and in the middle section, you'll see kind of a stack of pancakes or coins, or whatever you want to call it. And it'll be labeled knowledge right here. You want to click into it. And as you can see, I'm using a fresh account, so I don't have any knowledge bases set up. And what you're going to want to do is click this top right black button to create your new knowledge base. I'm just going to call this concrete example. This doesn't affect the bot at all. This is just for organizational purposes within your own company, so you can reference it later. As you can see, immediately created. You're going to want to click into it, and there is no data because we haven't added anything to it. So first thing I'd like to direct your attention to is in the top right. There's two separate ways that you can kind of upload data into knowledge base to make it more robust. First one we're not able to do yet because we don't have any data. We haven't used the knowledge base at all, so we can't upload any data. The second one is just to add new basic data sources, and we have a couple of options that we can add to the knowledge base. The first one is just a general text output that can be vector stored and referenced later. So we click on this. It's just a basic document that you can type things in. For example, Apex Concrete is here to help the Tucson, Arizona area with all its concrete needs. Feel free to reach out to support at concrete.com for any assistance you may have. You can put whatever you want here. You can go down and say services and list a bunch of your services. Concrete foundations, concrete driveways, masonry, etc., etc. Drive, if I could spell correctly, that would also work better. And once you upload it, you have to give your specific set of data a name so you can reference it later. And then reference this concrete text and upload the data. Now here it already says complete. Sorry, we're too good at what we do. So I can't see, you can't see vector and story embedding data. But you can see that there's 5 vectors, which means that there's 5 basic data sets. And if you want to test exactly what, how it's chunking the data and what each piece of data is getting stored, you're going to navigate over to the 3 dots on the side of the little menu here, and you're going to click toggle data. And the first thing that's stored was the first sentence that I put in, and then each respective line was captured as a data store. Save changes. Unfortunately, you can't go in and change it yourself yet. I do believe this is coming soon, but for now, this is how it is. If you want to create it so that this service and these concrete services are grouped together into one vector store, I would try and make sure that they're on the same line, and that usually helps. And in my personal opinion, the FAQs are absolutely the best way to build the most robust knowledge base system. And the reason for this is it kind of marries together 2 phrases to allow the bot to handle certain situations as directly as you want it. So the more specific your question, the better it's going to be able to pull from it in certain scenarios and give you the exact output that you want it to. So for this FAQ section, all you do is type in the question, the answer, and then you add it. What I like to do is go over to a website. This is a website of Apex Concrete, just a concrete company in Tucson, Arizona. I like to copy this URL and go straight into ChatGPT and ask it to come up with a list of frequently asked questions based off your website, and then provide it with your website, and it'll do that for you. A lot of the times, companies that you work with will provide frequently asked questions, and as you go along, you'll see what situations arise, and you can continue to add to your knowledge base. But for a basic initial knowledge base setup, I like asking ChatGPT what's going on. So I just copy and paste all of these into the question and answer. And once you're done, click this little plus button and it will create a data set. So, okay, now that I've added all those, let's read through them real quick, see what kind of information that ChatGPT provided with us, see if we wanted to add anything specific, make this a little bit more robust. Let's see, do you have any warranties? Yes. What services? Financing options, custom payment plans and financing options. What areas of Arizona do you serve? How do I get started with the project? The website call directly to schedule consultation. What types of decorative concrete finishes? Do you provide free estimates? Yes, you do. How long does it take? Would you like help with your project design or customization? Are your services eco-friendly? Okay, this actually kind of seems very good. It's touched on price, it's touched on services, which are the 2 main things that are going to come up, as well as things like service areas and specific questions about the services that they offer. So I'm just going to upload this. That's good enough for now, but the more time that you spend with your knowledge base, the better it's going to be. So ask your potential clients any information that you might need, or that come up in conversations when you start actually running the bot. continue to fill it out. Concrete application. We'll upload this. As you can see, it already uploaded the vectors. See, it's storing the vectors, so it's not totally complete. You have to wait until this stores and embeds, and then it'll be a little complete status when it's complete. If I want to go into see toggle the data, you can see that the question was kind of in JSON format, basic key value pairs marrying of the question and answer. So if somebody asks anything about services, what services you offer, doesn't have to exactly be this question. It'll be able to pull from this and know the answer that you provided it. So it doesn't make it up spot. Now the next data source is a file upload. If you wanted to upload an image, it can pull information from an image. Let's say you want to just screenshot your website, it can pull text off a website, or you want a super large PDF on terms and conditions or anything like that, you can upload the file and it'll be able to read that. I'm going to kind of skip over this for now because I don't have a file to upload. For the URL, I'm just going to add this company URL, paste the URL into there, upload it, name it concrete website, upload it. Here's where you should be able to see vectors starting to add up while it uploads. And it shouldn't take too much time. It'll embed it, and while it's embedding, these will go up. Okay, now that that's complete, let's go into it and kind of see what data it parsed through and stored. Automation is clear. Kind of the locations. Yeah, it is just all text and information that it found in the website. What services does it provide? We have two of those now. A lot of times I've seen many people just upload the website as a knowledge base. I like to be a little bit more direct by using FAQs as well, but in a lot of cases, the website should just be fine. Now here's a really cool feature of the lead indicator software. You can actually go up to the top right and you can test your knowledge base, which will allow you to refine it. So for example, what services do you offer? When you type this in, it'll say, I'm not sure how to answer that. which is good because it was a pretty broad question. I didn't ask, what services did Apex Concrete offer, but it has a 56% match. So usually it's around a 70%. It won't pull from anything unless it's a 70%. But what you can do is go into here and type in the services. I'm going to actually go into the website. Doesn't really matter, but just for congruency issues. Concrete foundations. Driveways. Papers and masonry. And you can add the knowledge just right here. And once you're done, click which knowledge base you want it to be added to and add the knowledge. Now if we wait a little bit for it to embed like it did before, ask the same question again. Services do you offer? Okay, sorry about that. Um, just to go in and reflect on what I did, because I know I'm going to put a cut in there while I figured out what was going on wrong. I was just being dumb and realized that this is just a query, and in the response, you're going to want to put in basically, I'll do it again and delete the first one. But you're going to want to put the question in the answer and marry the pair, kind of how I showed you the frequently asked questions did. And just go, what services do you offer? Question mark, colon, and then whatever response you want it to give. Select the knowledge base, add it to the knowledge. You can go back here. You can see the queries. This is the new one. I'll just delete this one for now. And if you go back in, test the knowledge base. What services do you offer? It will give you exactly what you inputted, and it's a 60% match. Now let's ask another questions. What do your concrete foundations repair? What does your concrete foundation repair service cost? Not sure how to answer that. You just go into here, copy this, colon, and go in. Unfortunately, their pricing differs from project to project. Our company will offers free estimates to give you the best price or price estimate for your project. Critics. Period. And then add it to knowledge base. Wait a second for it to embed. Ask the same question. Just wait a little bit for it to embed. Submit it. And it'll spit out what you want it to spit out. So that's a basic example. I would definitely recommend, fleshing out first and then coming into this playground. Ask as many questions as you think a potential customer might ask and flesh out the knowledge base from there. I hope you guys got some value out of this. Make sure to reach out to support at leadindicator.ai if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.